While the word Scuola actually means school in Italian, here in the city of Venice it has a completely different meaning. A Scuola was a confraternity, a group of men who performed charitable acts for the redemption of their souls. And Venice was full of these Scuole, one of the most important of which was the Scuola Grande of St. John the Evangelist, which is the structure that you see behind me, whose entrance is marked by that triumphal marble screen with the inscription up above, an inscription that reads, Divine John, Apostle and Evangelist, and the protectors of the most holy cross, because in fact this Scuola bragged to possessing a piece of the actual cross upon which Jesus Christ was crucified. And above the inscription we have that eagle, which is actually the symbol of St. John the Evangelist. So for a Renaissance Venetian, they would clearly know which school they were walking into. The organization of these Scuole was usually the same. You have a church over here to my right-hand side, and then you actually have the Scuola itself, which was essentially the confraternity hall over here to my left. And they were celebrated for the decoration that was contained both inside and outside as well. And in fact, here we have an extraordinary 14th century relief sculpture showing us what the members of the Scuola actually looked like. The sculpture shows us the members of the Scuola in their ceremonial robes, kneeling before their patron saint, St. John the Evangelist. And if you notice, these members of the Scuola are holding these rather interesting objects, which are actually whips, because this Scuola was known for being a flagellant Scuola. They would walk the streets whipping themselves, mortifying their flesh as a gesture, of course, of piousness for the entire city. Something that happened quite often in the Middle Ages, but very rarely is depicted in art. The door to my left-hand side leads into the Scuola building itself, the ground floor of which was called the Great Hall. That was where the general public could mix with the members of the Scuola. But up above was the chapter hall, reserved exclusively for the members of the Scuola chapter, and which was decorated with some of the most famous paintings of the Venetian Renaissance. Gentile Bellini's Procession of the True Cross, his Recovery of the True Cross, Carpaccio's Miracle of the Healing of the Madman, which today are no longer located inside of the building, but over in the Accademia Gallery instead.